Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Hokey Smokes. Thumbs up for that. It's actually still dry here in the Pacific Northwest area that I live in, and it hasn't been raining last night or this morning yet, so thumbs up. It was mega foggy yesterday. Hokey Smokes. I had to use my umbrella just for part of it, of my walkies, just because of the fog. It was so thick. You walk through it, you got wet. So that happened on my walkies, but it wasn't raining. It's not raining now, but it's very overcast outside. It is 8:05 a.m. and it is still from inside, with my two lights on here, dark in comparison outside. If I went outside, it would be, light, but thumbs up for that. And of course, thank you YouTube, but front loading the video for the algorithms. Hey, if you could interact with those algorithms and toss me a like, that would be very cool. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. Very, very, very awesome, I think I said. Thumbs up for that. I also really enjoy comments, and that helps with the algorithms as well. If you could leave me a comment, I thumbs up each one I read, and I read them all, and I answer as many as my executive dysfunction will allow. So thumbs up for that. And of course, I would like to thank each and every one of my patreon.com patrons. These beautiful and awesome people literally help to keep me alive, and that is a beautiful and awesome thing. I wouldn't be able to keep my pets happy, especially Amelia, very important, without these people's help. I do not know if I should be keeping my hands up longer, so I may be having text over my face, but my wrists hurt and I can't concentrate enough to tell if I kept my hand up there long enough. Yay, front loading a video over. So yeah, it is 8:06 a.m. It is grayish outside, and I do better when it's bright and cold, and it's not all that cold, which is fine, but it's also not bright. So I'm having strong motivation problems right now. Yay! Life is life, though. Life is life. And the water is still crazy in all the streams through town. There's a lot of erosion damage on a lot of things, so joy on that. But past that, nothing really crazy has been happening. There's just, it's a weekend, and things are slower on weekends, generally. And so not a lot is really happening in life. One thing that I did want to mention that I saw, it helped stabilize for me what the whole NFT thing was, because I've had, my scab is pulling off, yay, off my finger. Delish. Not really delish, but with NFTs, because I had a partial understanding of what was going on, but someone described it as you could buy a treasure, but you're buying a map to the treasure in many cases, not the treasure itself. You don't own the treasure, you just own the map that tells you how to get there. There is this one fellow, on my nose, who, I'm just going to quickly paraphrase this video. Hopefully I'll have the link in the video description, and that would be a good thing. Oh, Hokey Smokes with my nose itchy now. And that would be good if you could check out his video. So I'm just going to quickly paraphrase the best way that it was described to be. These things, the NFTs, is not the art. The art is not that. Is as a part of the blockchain thing, an NFT is... people have found a way to manufacture digital scarcity. An NFT is just a place for people to line up and stand in a line in digital space in the blocks in blockchain, and that is it. And there is digital scarcity because they'll say, okay, I have built this line where people can stand, and there are only 10,000 of these places for people to stand. And if you want to stand in one of these places in line, it costs this much. Now, the art that's there, that's just art that you stand next to so you're not bored while you're standing in line. You paid for the NFT, the spot in line. The picture is just for something for you to stare at while you're standing in line. And that right there is NFTs. That's why all of this art just looks horrible, because the art isn't the point. That's why all the monkeys and the lions and all this stuff just looks awful, because The art isn't the point. The art is just for something for you to say, this is attached to my receipt that says I have the right to stand at this spot in line. And there's only 10,000 places you can stand in this line. This is mine. And that's the NFTs. Your place to stand in line. What other than that is the actual point of your being able to stand in line? There is no real point other than that, other than to say there are only 10,000 of these places on the blockchain and I own one of them. And that's it. The art is not the point. The art is nothing. It is the digital scarcity of your place to stand in line. Doesn't matter that everybody and their sibling is creating their own place for people to stand in line. So you've got digital scarcity in that, yeah, I've got one of 10,000 of these. Now there's 100,000 places that you can choose to stand in line, but I chose this place to stand in line, and this place to stand in line is mine, and here's my receipt. Everything else doesn't matter. That's what you paid for. Doesn't help that you have to watch the video for the exact numbers. I'm only paraphrasing. It doesn't help that, if I can remember how he put it, because already with my ADHD, I kind of lost the breadcrumbs of where I was going on that. Yeah, it's gone. My sincere apologies. But it's just paying for that, and the art is just your proof of standing in line. Oh, yes. It's like 10% of all of the people that are involved in NFT stuff own like 80% of all NFTs. And of these small number of people that own all these NFTs, they also do 90% of the trading. And because there is absolutely zero regulation and you can't tell what's happening on the blockchain, if you buy something and you have several of them and you put them, well, you're all individual different people, you've got your one NFT and you bought it for say $100. So you sell it to yourself on this different account for 110. So that other account sells it to one of your other accounts for 120. And then that one account sells it back to you for 130. So you sell it to this other account for 140, and somebody on the outside sees that spot in line moving and prices going up. That's active. They want in on that, so they buy it from you for 200. What is it worth? All of that activity was just one person pumping it up. These are NFTs. Hopefully the link is in the video. Yay! There is money to be made if you were already in on the ground floor and you have no ethics and morals. Which means most capitalists are in on it. Yeah. And of course they say, oh, if you get a digital asset, you can take it from game to game. No, you can't, as everyone keeps pointing out. It takes different types of assets in different games. An asset in Minecraft is not the same as an asset in Call of Duty, is not the same as an asset in Apex Legend, is not the same as an asset in PUBG, is not the same as an asset in Fortnite. These people, if they did that, would have to spend thousands of man-hours with thousands upon thousands of lines of code so that they're spending all of this money so that one or two people can bring something into the game. Ain't gonna happen. Oof. Also, though, real quick, of course, some inside-outside Razor's Edge cryptid world building, because again, I've been thinking a whole lot about all of this stuff. I'm hoping to get this writing project actually done, which is why I've been laying all the groundwork with getting it all set up in my head. One of the things I want to talk about, is I know that it is difficult to make a sympathetic main character whose one of their traits is they have to kill and eat human beings to survive. Just the fact that they have to kill people makes it harder as a member of people to sympathize with someone like that. And I have had a love-hate relationship with this my whole life. I firmly grasp and enjoy and like death as humor. You know, someone getting an axe into their skull and murdering them can be a funny, hysterical punchline to a joke. Yeah, murder and death. It's absolutely hysterical in the right context, of course. I also, as a human being, hate it when other people do that because it's hard to really enjoy. So I've had that love-hate relationship where I like it and I don't. So I understand that other people would have issues with that, especially since I want to talk about real quick with the Cryptids and the character that I like, Bakir, James Baker. He calls himself Bakir, of course, because again, James Baker, who was just a regular person whose genes, whose extra universal genes expressed and became a cryptid, is no longer there. James Baker was, made out of regular matter. The fellow that came out of it is made out of total cryptid material. They are not human. Their body is different. They're bigger, bulkier, muscler, hairier, all within the normal things. You've seen taller people. You've seen bulkier people at the gym. You've got a brother-in-law who you should shave his back. So the Bakir doesn't stand out, but he's not James Baker. He's James Baker's mind in a non-human body, and mind is a function of brain. So the mind melds into the new brain and changes with the functions. He enjoys the fruits of human civilization. He enjoys being around people. And of course, when he has to devour an entire human being every week, luckily for him, we taste good. And as a cryptid, when he's got a full belly of human meat, it's a very pleasant sensation. But he doesn't feel any desire to hurt anyone beyond just sheer survival. But if you have this high cryptid sight where you are, as a human being, you're affected by this energy, before you can actually see, feel, touch, etc., all the cryptids, you are more in tune and in touch with the feelings of dread and fear and terror that they bring. That's just what happens with this energy. But if you are, say, just in a crowd, and you've noticed the one big guy in the crowd, he doesn't stand out, he's just a big guy. But then all of a sudden, you're there and all the sounds around you start down pitching in tempo and in pitch. And so you just, and color starts fading, and you feel just this laser-like intensity of focused attention on you. And you turn and it feels like you're in a big vat of honey, and you're very aware of your lub dub, your heartbeat as you're turning, and you see the only thing as your head turns, that guy. He's the only person in color, and yeah, you still see him as just that guy, but also when you're chosen as a victim, you have full cryptid sight. You can see this individual, and they look human, but they are not a human being. They are a monster, not human at all. They are literally a creature, a thing that is not from this universe. They are a demonic abomination, and you know from that attention focused on you, they want your meat in their belly. And as you stand there, lub, dub, staring at this individual, you realize you've got one chance to make the right decision out of tens of thousands of decisions that you can make that will save your life. And you've already used up half of that time already. Lub. Dub. Yeah, and you're dead. Bakir's gonna kill you and eat you. And your life is over. Your food. Thumbs up for that. Now, of course, Daff is an affable fellow, and he does not condone just murder. He The fact that Bakir has to kill and eat to survive is what makes it okay. And is it their own type of cryptid? It's fully within their nature to murder anyone they like. But it's not in their nature as daft to do that. Which is also odd, because while they do not condone the taking of human life except in matters of sheer survival, they have quite often, while they've been out walking and Bakir needs to eat, Daft just goes, "Hey, why don't you eat her?" And then walk over to engage in conversation so that they're not paying attention, so that Bakir can come up and kill them, so that Bakir can eat them. Doesn't like to kill, but does get involved in picking who Bakir should kill and eat. And I've opened up 24 hours for the comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. Anything more than 0 is awesome. Thank you so very much. If I mispronounce a username, and I'm an American English speaker, no disrespect is intended. And even though I got an American Sign Language, you've already seen how my memory works. It's gotten better slowly, but we have Haley Laura, hey son of a gun, and good to see you in the comments. And we were not really affected. We're on the same big ocean area, so it hit us, quote unquote, in that we were, nothing between us and Tonga except space. So it did and it didn't. We have Ice Damon, thumbs up and thank you. Confused Owl, well, kinda sorta, and I'm sorry about your job, but hopefully life is better. Noah Geneve Brown, hey, good to see you in the comments, thumbs up and thank you. Casmic 1988, thumbs up and thank you. We have Stephen Blanchard, yes I am. I've just had difficulties of late with motivation and such. It deals with depression and I'm very sorry. I'm going to be doing a lot of game videos still. We have Sean C557, thumbs up and thank you. JXL60FPSYT, my little peep reaction video has over 1 million views. I need to check that. I had no idea. We have Gregory May, thumbs up, and there is Owl EIJI, thumbs up, and yeah, if hedgehogs did not have to survive on a diet of human souls, they would be perfect pets. But there's Melissa R, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you in the comments as well. Ben B, thumbs up, thank you, and good to see you. We have REDADEROUA, thumbs up and thank you. Then there's Nolly Pra, PRA, thumbs up, and I will do that. So, thumbs up, thank you each and every one of you, 14 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Thumbs up, you get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, if only in text and only for a short time. Thumbs up, greatly appreciated. Now, I do not know what device you're watching this on, so I do not know if you can even access the video description text file, but within it, for whatever device you're watching, there are links to all my various channels, links to my Patreon, well, first, the Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, and of course, I do again want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These beautiful and awesome people literally help to keep me alive. I've had a bad back, and I did not know how bad my back was while I was working as a nurse's aide, and I destroyed my back with back injuries. I am disabled from that. I cannot work, and these people help to keep me alive, and it is appreciated to no end. Thumbs up, and thank you all. If you'd like to help me out without becoming a patron, I do have a PayPal link, and I am not above grubbing for your spare change. Oy vey, we got next to nothing. Anything helps. And of course, there's an Amazon wishlist link with stuff like cat food, and there's a cute Baphomet plushie on there. If someone could get me the Baphomet plushie, that would be awesome. I really actually like stuffed animals a lot, so thumbs up. Of course, do not feel obligated. I don't feel entitled, and if you cannot or you do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I don't know what I was doing with my hands there, toss me a like. I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up, and if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. Well, Hokey Smokes, yep, it's a slow day, slow weekend. So I'm going to be working on my story settings and such. I got a lot still to talk about with the King and Crimson, and I'm still realizing just how huge my scope is. I don't know that just the one story that goes over a year is enough to cover it, but we'll see what happens. And of course, please seek creativity, positivity, and balance in life. One of the things about this one with the creativity, your brain is a use it or lose it organ. Keep using it. It is a very good thing. And of course, with the covfefe bug raging and with nobody taking any care at all, please, if you have to go out amongst the unmasked, unvaxxed, mouth-breathing masses, try to wear a mask yourself. Maintain as much social distancing as you can. Try not to touch your face. Wash your hands often. Get vaxxed if you haven't been. Get a booster if you can. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and well, still, that is a good idea.